Hello everyone, I am Rochelle Estuesta, and together with Mr. Eduardo Madiral, we research about the coconut and coconut products from Franklin Baker Company that is involved with exporting and importing products. We will be discussing what happened before the Franklin Baker Company started, the status of coconut and the company when they started. We will also highlight the significant events of what happened to the economy before and today, and how the company was affected by tariff conditions, policies in the government, challenges in the import and export business conditions, and other matters that affect the import or export in the country that make a hit or decline in the business. And we will also be discussing how the company survived the inflation or deflation. So first, let's try to check a short overview of the company. So Franklin Baker Company is one of the leading coconut products manufacturer and exporter in the Philippines. The company exports desiccated coconut, coconut water, coconut milk, and coconut oil to various countries worldwide. And let's try to watch a short video of their history. Hold on, please. Okay, let's try to watch.
Legacy. Everyone dreams of it. Everyone strives for it. But how do you achieve it? Legacy can mean different things to different people. Pausing to celebrate the 100 years of Franklin Baker in the Philippines, one may ask, how do we define legacy? Sometime in 1894, when Mr. Franklin Baker Sr., a flour miller from Philadelphia, received a boatload of fresh coconuts as payment for his flour from a Cuban merchant. He searched in vain to find a buyer for the coconuts. With this difficulty, he saw an opportunity. His personal conviction that there was an untapped market for coconut products sparked the humble beginning of the Franklin Baker Company. From the seed of an idea, Franklin Baker soon flourished to become the foremost supplier of high-quality coconut products in the United States. By 1913, Mr. Franklin Baker Jr., a mechanical engineering graduate, joined his father in the family business. From the United States, the Baker family went to the Philippines and found a primary source of coconuts and an abundant source of raw materials. In 1922, exactly 100 years ago, Franklin Baker Jr., together with 6 other individuals, incorporated a Philippine food company and started processing coconut in the Philippines. The first desiccated coconut factory was thus built in Santa Mesa, Manila. Around 4 years later, the company transferred its manufacturing facility to San Pablo City, Laguna, which gave birth to the Franklin Baker Company of the Philippines. Today, Franklin Baker remains as one of the largest processors of coconut ingredients in the Philippines and the premier supplier of coconut ingredients to the global food and beverage market. The company continuously worked to achieve its vision of supplying an extensive range of products to global customers by manufacturing one of the broadest lines of coconut ingredients in the industry: desiccated coconut, golden toasted coconut, cream coconut, coconut concentrate, virgin coconut oil, coconut flour, coconut sugar, single-strength coconut water, coconut water concentrate, coconut milk and cream, and retail products. All of Franklin Baker's products are manufactured using globally recognized quality management systems and compliance to food safety and regulatory standards. Its certifications show the company's unwavering commitment to manufacture and produce coconut ingredients that meet world-class and global food safety standards. Franklin Baker takes pride in partnering with the world's leading food and beverage companies over many decades. With 3 manufacturing plants and 2 distinct weather zones in the country, Franklin Baker has been providing the highest quality coconut products that meet the demand of its growing customer base. With state-of-the-art processing equipment as the cornerstone of its operations, the company continues to innovate its production methods to exceed international quality and food safety standards and improve production efficiencies. All of these innovations enabled Franklin Baker to continue to maintain a competitive advantage worldwide. Moving forward, the company envisions market expansion to cover new geographical areas around the world to introduce new products with sustainability initiatives as our anchors. Upholding its lifelong commitment of producing quality coconut products to all of its various stakeholders, Franklin Baker also imbibes responsible environmental stewardship of its facilities and the surrounding areas where it operates. Armed with a century of learned experiences, Franklin Baker, whose creation was ignited adversity, remains confident in developing new ideas and use them to face new challenges. As only a handful of companies get to see 100 years of operations, Franklin Baker recognizes the contribution of stakeholders all over the world. Franklin Baker gratefully acknowledges its founders, the steadfast trust of its investors, the invaluable participation of its business partners, the productivity of its hardworking employees, the unyielding support of Filipino coconut farmers, and most of all, the consumers around the world whose continued patronage cements our collective spirit to provide quality processed food products and ingredients to the global food markets. Our quality, our service, our ingenuity, our culture, and our legacy are all because of the spirit within us. Every customer, employee, and farmer. Without each, Franklin Baker will not be where it is today. As the global challenges persist amidst this lingering pandemic, the company finds inspiration from the encouraging words that started it all. Together, fueled by its core values, Franklin Baker invites everyone to be part of its journey and legacy towards the next 100 years. Baker, a cut above the rest.
There you go. We've watched a short video about the company. So let's try to dig in what the company offered. So the products that Franklin Baker Company offers are coconut sugar. Coconut sugar is a low glycemic organic natural sweetener and sugar substitute produced from carefully extracted organic coconut nectar. And the coconut sugar is 100% natural with no additives, no anti-fermenting agents, no preservatives, and no chemicals. We also have the virgin coconut oil. This is derived by the press from desiccated coconut or endosperm of a mature coconut rather than the sun-dried coconut meat known as copra. Virgin coconut oil is colorless, clear liquid with a perceptible coconut or the nutty aroma. It is recognized to be the purest form of coconut oil, being chemical and additive free. At ambient conditions of 28 to 32 degrees Celsius, the product is liquid and tends to solidify if stored below 25 degrees Celsius. Due to its many beneficial properties, it is used extensively in food supplements, dietary, culinary, and beauty applications. We also have the coconut flour. This is an off-white to cream-colored powder produced from the residue of desiccated coconut cake material after the extraction of VCO. It is a rich source of dietary fiber and has the highest protein content of any flour. And we also have the value-added products. Sample of these are the creamed coconut, that is finely ground fresh coconut made using proprietary and hygienic milling process. And the coconut concentrate. This is a dehydrated coconut refined to a very fine particle with a semi-liquid consistency using a proprietary process that solidifies to a shortening-like paste. And we also, or Franklin Baker Company also has the desiccated coconut. Under desiccated coconut, they have the granulated and the special cuts. The granulated is a full fat coconut product, which is 65% minimum, is processed from freshly picked mature Philippine coconut with a maximum moisture content of 3.8%. And the special cuts are produced from the same coconut materials as the granulated products and with similar properties. These full fat variants come in various larger special cut sizes such as chip, slices, flake, and thread. They also have the toasted coconut, which is always crispy, golden toasted coconut that is uniformly toasted for a distinctive sugar roasted coconut flavor. Also available in unsweetened variants. All products are kosher and halal certified. And it is used as a topping in confections such as cookies, ice cream, and donuts. They also have the sweetened coconut. Franklin Baker Coconut sweetens the world's finest desiccated coconut that delivers unsurpassed sweet, fresh, and tender coconut flavor with just the right amount of moisture, which impacts a flavor mouthfeel similar to fresh coconut. And this is the moistest coconut among all national brands. They have also the coconut water, and under coconut water, they have the single strength coconut, which is the regular strength version of pure filtered coconut water extracted from fresh coconuts and is a clear and slightly cloudy liquid and free from extraneous materials. And the second is the coconut water concentrate, which is highly concentrated, slightly cloudy, but transparent liquid. It is the end product of concentrating the naturally occurring liquid endosperms of the coconut water of fresh, mature Philippine coconuts before undergoing an HTST pasteurization process. And coconut water concentrate is intended for food and beverage manufacturers that require the distinct flavor of natural fresh coconut in a low-calorie health drink. And they also have the retail products. Here are the examples of the retail products. So before the establishment of Franklin Baker Company, the Philippines was already a major player in the coconut exporting industry. Coconut products such as copra, coconut oil, and desiccated coconut were among the country's top agricultural exports. The coconut industry in the Philippines faced its fair share of challenges due to changes in global trade dynamics and fluctuations in the market demands. Factors such as changes in import policies of key importing countries, competition from other coconut producing countries, and fluctuations in coconut prices in the international market affected the industry's performance. Despite these challenges, the coconut export industry in the Philippines remained significant and continued to grow. The country's favorable climate and abundant coconut resources provided a competitive advantage, Before Franklin Baker Company entered the industry, the Philippines was already recognized as one of the largest exporters of coconut-based products globally. And the coconut industry in the Philippines faced its fair share of challenges due to changes in global trade dynamics and fluctuations in market demand. Factors such as changes in import policies of key importing countries, competition from other coconut producing countries, and fluctuations in coconut prices on the international market affected the industry's performance. In 1897, the company was established by Edward Baker and Franklin Baker, who were brothers from Massachusetts, USA. They started as a copra trading business in Manila, Philippines. In 1920s, Franklin Baker Company focused on developing coconut desiccated technology or desiccation technology and began exporting desiccated coconut to the United States. In 1930s, the company expanded its operations by building its first processing plant in San Pablo, Laguna, Philippines. They also ventured in the production and export of coconut oil and other coconut-based products. And in 1960s, Franklin Baker Company expanded its product range to include coconut water and coconut milk. They continued to invest in advanced technology and modern facilities to increase production capacity. And in 1990s, the company pursued sustainable and organic farming practices for its coconut plantations, prioritizing environmental conservation and community development. And in 2000s, Franklin Baker Company further expanded its export markets, supplying its coconut products to global customers across North America, Europe, Asia, and beyond. They became one of the largest exporters of coconut products in the Philippines. And currently or presently, Franklin Baker Company continues to innovate and lead in the coconut industry. They maintain a vertically integrated supply chain from owning and managing their coconut plantations to processing and exporting a wide range of coconut-based products. Throughout its history, Franklin Baker Company has focused on maintaining high-quality standards, sustainability, and supporting the local coconut farming communities in the Philippines. Their commitment to quality and sustainability has earned them a reputable position in the global coconut industry. So let's try to check the significant events of what happened to the economy before and now. The Franklin Baker Company, originally known as the Franklin Baker Company of Philadelphia, that is established in 1897 by Edward Franklin Baker, the company started as a regional commodity broker and importer, primarily dealing with products such as coffee, spices, and dried fruits. In the early stages, the company focused on importing various agricultural commodities from different countries around the world to meet the demands of the American markets. Their primary focus was providing high quality and reliable products to meet the growing needs of their customers. However, it was not until the early 20th century that the company began to specialize in the coconut industry. As they recognized the potential and growing demand of coconut products, Franklin Baker decided to shift its focus to the Philippine coconut industry. The company established its first coconut processing plant in Manila, Philippines in 1914. They began producing and exporting various coconut products, including desiccated coconut, coconut oil, coconut milk, and coconut cream. These products gained popularity in the international market due to their high quality and purity. Franklin Baker pioneered the production and export of desiccated coconut, which became their flagship product. They established a strong reputation as a reliable source of a quality coconut products, not only in the United States, but also in other parts of the world. Over the years, The company continued to expand its coconut processing facilities and improve its production techniques to meet the growing demands of its international customers. They also established close relationships with coconut farmers in the Philippines, ensuring a steady and sustainable supply of raw coconuts. And other significant events in the economy related to Franklin Bakery Company. Early 20th century, as the company shifted its focus in the Philippine coconut industry, it played a crucial role in the development and growth of the local economy. The company's operations created job opportunities for many Filipinos and contributed to the overall economic development of the coconut growing regions. Industrialization period, during the mid-20th century, Franklin Baker Company played a significant role in the industrialization of the Philippine coconut industry. The company implemented modern processing techniques and introduced advanced machinery, which improved production efficiency and quality standards. They also focus on expansion in export markets. They successfully expanded its export markets beyond the United States. They developed strong relationships with customers and distributors in various countries, allowing them to reach a broader customer base and establish a global presence. And another significant event related to Franklin Baker Company is the economic challenges. Like any other industry, the coconut industry faced economic challenges. Fluctuating global market prices, natural disasters, and diseases affecting coconut trees impacted the profitability of the industry and consequently affected the Franklin Baker Company. However, the company's resilience and ability to adapt to market conditions allowed it to overcome these challenges. And another significant event is the sustainability and social impact. In recent years, there has been an increasing focus on sustainability and social impact in the coconut industry. Franklin Baker Company has actively undertaken initiatives to promote sustainable farming practices, support local communities, and prioritize ethical sourcing. These not only align with changing consumer demands, but also contributes to the long-term economic viability of the industry. Continued market growth is another significant event in the economy. Despite challenges, the demand for coconut products has continued to grow globally. Franklin Baker Company has capitalized in this growth by expanding its product range and exploring new market opportunities. They have diversified their product offerings beyond desiccated coconut and now offer coconut flour, coconut water, and other value-added coconut products. Overall, the Franklin Baker Company has played a significant role in the development of the Philippine coconut industry and has contributed to the country's economy. Through their export activities, they have not only generated valuable foreign exchange, but have also supported local farmers and communities, making a positive socio-economic impact. And how Franklin Baker Company survived the inflation and deflation. They employ several these strategies. Hold on. Okay, so first in the list is the cost management. During periods of inflation, Franklin Baker Company focuses on cost management and efficiency. They continually review their production processes, seek cost-saving measures, and optimize their supply chain to minimize expenses. Additionally, the company may negotiate with suppliers for better pricing or explore alternative sources of raw materials. The second strategy is the pricing strategies. In times of inflation, Franklin Baker Company carefully considers its pricing strategies. They analyze market trends, input costs, and competition to set prices that reflect the current economic conditions. The company aims to maintain profitability while remaining competitive, ensuring sustainable growth even during periods of inflation. And the third strategy is the diversification. Franklin Baker Company diversifies its product portfolio to mitigate the impact of economic fluctuations. By offering a range of coconut-based products, they can tap into different market segments and mitigate risks associated with price volatility or changes in consumer preferences. This diversification spreads the company's revenue streams and reduces reliance on specific products or markets. And the fourth strategy is the market expansion. To counter the effects of inflation or deflation in the specific markets, Franklin Baker Company actively explores new market opportunities by expanding their export markets and targeting regions with favorable economic conditions. The company can offset any adverse effects of inflation or deflation in certain markets. Okay, hold on. And another strategy on how they survive the inflation and deflation is the risk management. Franklin Baker Company employs effective risk management strategies to monitor and mitigate economic risk. They closely monitor market conditions, exchange rates, and commodity price fluctuations to plan ahead and make informed decisions. The company may use hedging instruments or financial derivatives to manage currency or commodity price risks. And another strategy is the adaptability and innovation. Franklin Baker Company recognizes the importance of staying adaptable and innovative in the face of economic challenges. They continuously invest in research and development to improve their product offerings, develop new manufacturing techniques, and explore emerging markets or trends. This allows them to respond to changing economic conditions and maintain competitive edge. Overall, Franklin Baker Company's ability to survive inflation or deflation lies in their proactive approach to cost management, pricing strategies, diversification, market expansion, risk management, and focus on adaptability and innovation. These strategies help them navigate economic fluctuations and maintain long-term stability and growth. And let's check also their commitment to the nature and to people. Franklin Baker Company has a strong commitment to both nature and people. The company recognizes the importance of sustainable and responsible practices and endeavors to minimize its environmental footprint. In terms of nature, Franklin Baker is committed to the sustainable sourcing of coconuts. They work closely with local farmers and communities in coconut producing regions, promoting responsible farming techniques that ensure the long-term health and productivity of coconut trees. The company supports initiatives aimed at reforestation and biodiversity conservation, realizing the crucial role that ecosystems plays in maintaining a balanced environment. Furthermore, Franklin Baker focuses on reducing waste by utilizing every part of the coconut in their production processes. And this includes using the husk for fuel and biofertilizers, and utilizing the coconut shells for manufacturing charcoal and activated carbon. In addition to their commitment to nature, Franklin Baker also prioritizes the well-being and development of people. The company places great importance on building strong relationships with coconut farmers and local communities, working towards fair, hold on. One moment. So in addition to their commitment to nature, Franklin Baker also prioritizes the well-being and development of people. The company places great importance on building strong relationships with coconut farmers and local communities, working towards fair trade practices and providing economic opportunities for individuals in these regions. They invest in educational programs and health initiatives to improve the lives of the communities they work with. Franklin Baker is also involved in various philanthropic activities, supporting projects that aim to uplift marginalized communities and improve social welfares. These efforts demonstrate their dedication to the betterment of people's lives. Overall, Franklin Baker Company is committed to sustainable sourcing, environmental stewardship, and improving the livelihood of both nature and people. They continuously strive to balance their business objectives with responsible practices, ensuring a positive impact on the environment and the communities they operate in. And how Franklin Baker Company was affected by tariff conditions, or by the following. First is the tariff conditions. The impact of tariff conditions on Franklin Baker Company depends on the various factors, including the specific tariffs imposed, the countries involved, and the company's market presence. However, here are some general ways in which Franklin Baker Company may be affected by tariff conditions. First is the increased cost. If tariffs are imposed on imported goods or materials crucial to Franklin Baker Company's production processes, it may lead to increased cost. Higher tariffs can make raw materials more expensive or disrupt supply chains, affecting the company's profitability. Second is the competitive disadvantage. Tariffs can create a competitive disadvantage for Franklin Baker Company compared to domestic competitors in countries with tariff protection. In such cases, local manufacturers enjoy cost advantages, making it difficult for Franklin Baker to compete on price. And third, under tariff conditions, is the market access barriers. Tariffs imposed by foreign countries on Franklin Baker's products can hinder market access. Higher tariffs can make the company's products more expensive for foreign consumers, reducing demand and potentially leading to decreased export opportunities. And another one that affects tariff conditions is the supply chain disruptions. Tariffs can disrupt Franklin Baker Company's supply chain if they have suppliers in countries impacted by tariffs. This can result in delays, increased cost, or the need to find alternative suppliers, impacting the company's operations. And hold on. The fifth conditions for tariff is the uncertainty around tariff, or the trade policy uncertainty. Uncertainty around tariff conditions can create challenges for Franklin Baker Company's long-term planning and investment decisions. Frequent changes in tariff rates or trade policies can make it difficult to assess market conditions and make strategic decisions. And the last but not the least is the rebalancing strategies. Franklin Baker Company may need to adjust its market presence or production locations to mitigate the impact of tariffs. This may involve exploring new markets with lower tariff rates, diversifying sources or sourcing to minimize dependence on heavily tariffed countries, or considering setting up local production and facilities to bypass tariffs. It is important to note that the specific impact of tariff conditions on Franklin Baker Company can vary depending on many factors. The company's ability to adapt, strategize, and navigate through tariff-related challenges plays a significant role in managing the effects on their business. And another one that affects Franklin Baker Company is the policies in the government. Franklin Baker Company, a major player in the Philippine agricultural industry, has been affected by various policies implemented by the Philippine government over the years. Here are some ways the company has been impacted. First is the agricultural policies. Being involved in the coconut industry, the company has been affected by agricultural policies focused on the coconut sector. For example, the government has implemented policies to promote the development of the coconut industry, such as providing subsidies, incentives, and support for coconut farmers. These policies have indirectly benefited Franklin Baker Company as they ensure a steady supply of coconut for their operations. And the second impact is the trade policies. The company has also been affected by trade policies implemented by the Philippine government. The government has set certain regulations and tariffs on the export and import of coconut-based products to protect local coconut industries and promote local consumption. These policies have implications on Franklin Baker Company's international trade and market access. Third impact is the taxation policies. The company had to adhere to taxation policies set by the Philippine government. Changes in tax rates, deductions, or incentives can impact the company's cost, structure, and profitability. For example, changes in corporate income tax rates can influence the company's financial position and investment decision. And the fourth impact is the environmental policies. The company, or the Franklin Baker Company, operates within the framework of environmental policies in the Philippines. The government has set regulations to protect the environment and promote sustainable agriculture practices which impact the operations of the company. Compliance with these policies ensures the company's long-term sustainability and access to international markets that prioritize environmentally friendly practices. Labor policies is another impact. The company is subject to labor policies and regulations set by the government. This includes minimum wage requirements, working hour regulations, health and safety standards, and labor rights. Changes in labor policies can influence the labor cost and productivity of Franklin Baker Company. Overall, the company is affected by various policies implemented by the Philippine government to regulate the coconut industry, promote sustainable and environmentally friendly practices, ensure fair labor standards, and protect local producers. Adapting to these policies is crucial for the company's success and sustainability in the Philippine market. And let's also try to check the challenges in the export and import business conditions of the Franklin Baker Company. First challenge is the trade barriers. The company may face trade barriers such as tariffs, import quotas, or non-tariff barriers that restrict the import or export of its coconut-based products. These barriers can increase the cost of importing raw materials or can limit the company's access to foreign markets, reducing its competitiveness. Another challenge is the fluctuating exchange rates. Franklin Baker Company, being part of the global market, is exposed to fluctuations in exchange rates. Changes in currency values can affect the company's import costs, as it may need to pay more for raw materials or face decreased revenue when exporting its products due to unfavorable exchange rates. Another one is the transportation and logistics. Efficient transportation and logistics are crucial for the export or import business. Like Franklin Baker Company, they experience challenges with the transportation of its products, including delays, infrastructure limitations, and high shipping costs, which can impact its competitiveness and profitability. And the fourth challenge they can face is the compliance with trade regulations. The company or the Franklin Baker Company needs to comply with various trade regulations, both in the Philippines and in export markets. This includes adhere to product quality standards, labeling requirements, sanitary and phytosanitary regulations, and customs procedures. Non-compliance with these regulations can result in delays, penalties, or barriers to entry in certain markets. Fifth challenge they can encounter in export-import business is the market access. Accessing international markets can be challenging due to regulatory barriers, intense competition, and involving consumer preferences. Franklin Baker Company needs to navigate through these challenges to expand and establish a foothold in new markets. And the last but not the least is the political and economic instability. Changes in political and economic conditions in the Philippines can impact the business environment, including the export or import sector. Unpredictable policies, social unrest, or economic downturns can create uncertainties and affect the company's operations and profitability. To overcome these challenges, Franklin Baker Company needs to adapt and develop strategies to mitigate risks. This can include diversifying export markets, improving supply chain management, staying updated with trade regulations, and building strong relationships with stakeholders, including government institutions, customers, and suppliers. And other matters that affect the export importation in the country that make a hit or decline in the business is the market access and trade agreements. The company's ability to access global markets and the existence of favorable trade agreements can significantly impact its business. Increased market access and preferential trade agreements can lead to higher demand and increased export opportunities. And on the other hand, trade restrictions or unfavorable trade agreements can limit market access and negatively impact the company's export growth. And second is the tariff rates and non-tariff barriers. Changes in tariff rates and the presence of non-tariff barriers such as import quotas or regulatory requirements can directly impact Franklin Baker Company's import and export costs. Higher tariffs can increase the cost of importing raw materials or exporting finished products, reducing the company's competitiveness and potentially leading to a decline business. Third matter or other matter that affect the export-import is the currency fluctuations. Currency exchange rate fluctuations can have a significant impact on the business success of Franklin Baker Company. Depreciation of the Philippine peso, for example, can make the company's products more affordable and competitive in the international market. On the other hand, a stronger peso can increase import costs and potentially make the company's products more expensive for foreign buyers, leading to a decline in business. Infrastructure and logistics is another matter that affect the export or import. The condition of infrastructure and transportation systems can greatly affect the company's ability to import raw materials and export finished products efficiently and poor infrastructure, limited port capacity, and logistic challenges can lead to delays, increased cost, and decreased competitiveness. And another matter that affect the export-import is the government policies and regulations. The policies and regulations implemented by the Philippine government, such as export promotion initiatives, incentives, or regulatory requirements, can impact the company's business environment. Supportive policies can boost the export-import business, while stringent regulations or lack of supportive measures can create barriers and hinder growth. And the last but not the least is the political stability and security. Political stability and security concerns are critical for businesses operating in the Philippines. Any political instability, social unrest, or security issues can disrupt operations, create uncertainties, and negatively impact the overall business environment. And overall, the export and import matters in the Philippines can have both positive and negative effects on Franklin Baker Company's business in the global market. Adapting to changing market conditions, staying updated with regulations, diversifying markets, and implementing efficient supply chain management strategies can help the company navigate challenges and maintain a successful presence in the import or export business. And that's all for today. That ends our presentation. And here are the references that we used online. And this is, or these reports are presented to you by me, Rochelle Estuesta, and Mr. Maderal Eduardo, a BS Entrepreneurship, Open University student, section 4-5. So that ends our presentation. Good day and God bless.